Okay, good morning, everybody from Australia, and welcome to Choice, Change, and Action podcast. So, I am in, I'm going to say, wintry, cold Australia at the moment. Getting a little over it. I'm very much looking forward to heading to Costa Rica in September. So, and at the moment, I'd like to welcome my guest today, and I'm going to say her name the way I think it should be said. No, let me do first. Do I pronounce your name? This is me being Australian.
Okay.
Um, Aelleen Del Valle. And she's like, no, it's Aelleen Del Valle. Del Valle. Do you say it? How do you say it?
Yes. Aelleen Del Valle from
Del
Panama.
Valle. Because it's the two L's that is okay, that's what gets me. Okay, in Spanish. Valle.
Too much
Where's the name
E's
from?
and L. What do you say? Sorry.
Where's the name from?
I don't know.
Right.
I mean, my last name is from Cuba because my father is from there.
Yeah.
And I have a super fun history about my name because my father put me a name for a ex-girlfriend, and then my mother changed for this beautiful name I had right now.
Oh wow, that's funny. Okay, so this is sort of probably where not where I want to go, but so originally I asked Aileen if she would be on my podcast, which we've kept trying to do these different, variation appointments, and for various reasons it hasn't worked out until now. So I'm very happy that we're here. Um, I originally pinged her because I get this when I ask someone to come on, it's like this it's like the universe goes, hey, that, this. And it's sometimes it's so random. And I was looking at your Instagram, which, to be honest, I don't look at social media that much. My scroll, if I go through it, like it's usually horses and recipes, and that's about it, right? And I don't even go on it that much. Anyway, I don't. But I happened to see you pop up, and I think it may have been even with you and Victor, or I may have seen Victor and then got to you, and you were running, and I'm going to say like Forrest Gump, running and running and running and running and running, right? And
Yeah.
this I think it was one, I think you and Victor actually went for a run in Panama because you're based in Panama. That's where your primary place of residence, let's say. And it was this massive run that you were doing around the city. And I think I saw the map of it, like it was you'd done this thing of like going, and this is where we ran, etc. And I was like, God damn. And it wasn't so much the how far you'd run, or this was, it wasn't that, it was the energy that you came across with it for me that I found really inspiring. And I found it really inspiring to use for whatever purpose I wanted to. Like, it wasn't like I went, I need to go running now. I was like, there was just this joy in your whole being, in your whole body, when you just kept running, that I was like, wow, where can I be that? Where have I like cut that off from myself? Where can I like use what you were choosing as an inspiration for me and my body? Because I could just tell the joy. So that's why I originally pinged and went, hey, I want to do a podcast with you, because I was like, you're inspiring me. So let's talk about the what that is for you, like the running, and how did you get into that, and when did you get into it, and what is that like for you?
I mean, this is like a cool history because when I have like I think 2021, I just a little fat, and this is my first like a step in the exercise life. Like to no more be fat, and then just the second part is just like to be fit. It's just continue. But I had 3 years in access, and oh my god, they changed everything in my life. And this part is just like joyful. Like this was my first time like I really enjoy my body. No, I'm not doing more exercise just for judgment. It's just like like you're fat, or it's just like oh my god, my body can do this. And it's just like an exploration, and it's just amazing. I mean, I started running in Maestro last year,
Mm-hmm.
like very fast. It's just like oh my god, I feel my body like doing something. And
Yeah.
it just a start, and I said like, oh my god, I can explore the city, with this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
because the gene is good, but it's like one place. But with
Yeah.
the running, you can, oh my god, the building, the stuff, and I can receive all the energies and explore the space. And I realized like, I don't have a fight in my head, no anymore.
Mm.
And just like, oh my god, I just invited people to running, because it's just like, you with your body enjoy the space, and whatever you're doing right there, it's just like, how can I say that, like, when I run in, it's just like, I can remember, I can choose my life, my step, my goals, my everything, because I am the source.
Yeah.
And it's something like that when I feel, the running energy is.
So I love that you're mentioning this about and exploring cities as well. I remember the first time I went to St. Petersburg in Russia, it was really hot. There was a heat wave, and I personally really like running in heat. I you can't get me out there in cold. I'm like, no. But in heat, I'm good. It was like 30 degrees or something. So I was running around the city and I'm stopping everywhere and taking photos of buildings and sending it to my friend Daria, going, "What's this one?" And then I'd run and I'd go, "What's this one? What's this one?" Because I was just so enthralled. Like St. Petersburg is absolutely beautiful, but I didn't know what anything was, but I just kept running and running and running and taking photos of everything. And I remember Megan Hill, a friend of ours, said to me, I feel like you're like running around, all your photos on social media is like, this is my backyard. This is, and I went, that's what I get. The sense like that was the first time I went to St. Petersburg in this lifetime, but I definitely knew that city from other lifetimes and was like, what's this? What's this? I remember that. I remember that. And it was so thrilling to do that. So I love that. And I also want to say here too, I know personally with my body, I've gone through so many stages of like I studied martial arts for a really long time, and then I did run for a lot, and I haven't gone running in ages, but I love hiking, or I have a couple of friends who love swimming, and I get so bored swimming. I can do swimming for a little bit, and I'm like, I'm done, but they will lap after lap. And I remember saying to them, David Kubis is one of them, and I said, what do you like about it? And he said, well, he said, I just do, after I do the laps, he said, I can just go through everything in my head and just have everything sort of, like release or look at what projects I'm working on, etc. Whereas personally, I get really bored. But I've always, when I liked running or paddle boarding was another one, like where I live, because you can just, it's not on waves. You can go along a river. Um, Skiing, like these things that I liked being around, like moving my body in nature where I unravel. There was something about having my head down in water and just doing this that was like, that's not exciting for me. I think I also need the visual
Hmm.
as I'm moving my body to have that enthusiasm. So I just want to say, if you're listening to this, whatever you choose is not right or wrong. It's like, but choose what brings you joy. And that's why I actually originally asked Aelleen to come on here, because of that inspirational energy. So if it is running that you want to give a go, give it a go. If it's swimming or if it's walking or anything, but what could you do and be with your body that would allow this like total communion, so that you're working with your body, like you're waking up and going, yeah, what would we like to explore today? That's what I would like everybody to have. Hey, I want to look at two different things that you mentioned, because most people who know you now would go, what? But like, you are so stunningly beautiful and you have a beautiful body, but you also are such a beautiful being, my friend. It's like your kindness and your sweetness and I feel like if I'm your friend, you've got my back. Like that's the energy that you don't make me cry, that you bring out, is just like, I've got you. And it's such a beautiful energy to be. And I would like to, if you're willing, to talk about like the previous years before you were like that, like with your body. What have you gone through with your body over the years that has gotten you to where you are now?
Oh my god. I mean, my journey with my body, I mean, I'm gonna start like, I was be a mother. I was
I know, which is amazing.
yeah, but I started be a mother when I was 16 years old. And this moment, like my body is okay, but all the stress, all the projection, all the stuff, like I be a mother, it's just, you know going to be fat and so weird energies, like I can see it right now. And in the beginning it's just really heavy,
What was
heavy.
the weird energies? What did you notice?
um
Other people's points of view, your point of view?
Now I can realize like the point of view on another person, and I just being real in my body,
Mhm.
like you are adult and this kind of stuff, and I just try to be my body like a more bigger and strong to many kind of stuff. And when I moved to my mother house and I'm start to be adult, and I realized like I can have a choice, and I don't know what is that in that moment, but I start to doing some exercise, different stuff, but it's really hard in the beginning for me because it's just from judgment. I don't like my body in this moment.
Wow. So the difference of I'm doing, and even the way you said it, do you know what I mean? Because you didn't say exercise before. It was more
No.
about the movement. Yeah. But then, so you're doing exercise because of judgment. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, I see the exercise like at the right exit, like
Mm.
oh, do you something good, and I just start doing exercise, whatever, different kind of exercise, and I realized this kind of movement, they calm my mind. I think this is the first stuff like I can receive from exercise, like calm my mind and just like don't fight with me, and like all this energy just and this part of my life I just realized like I can found the Aelleen, like who really I am in this moment. And then I just stopped drink alcohol when I was 23. Now I have 35, and
Can I ask why, what drove you to choosing that as well? Was there a
um
particular point or something that you just,
it's just like very nothing happened to me, like nothing really.
no,
It's
no
just
drama, no Dios mio
no,
drama
no, no,
story?
no, 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 no. No, no, no,
Just
no,
make one
no,
up.
no.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it's just like I realized like I started working on TV, and I am very fun girl in the morning, like at 8 or 9 in the
Mm.
morning. Just like why I just like drinking for be fun, I have fun time, like and then I just like okay, if I gonna remove this a little bit, because in the beginning it's just like a little bit, never like for my entire life. It's just like and then it's just very relaxed, and then my weekend is just like oh my, I can get up very early in the Sunday, no headache, or you
Yeah.
know it's just like my being just like discover what is real easy in my life, and no alcohol, and shame my friend, and many stuff is just like with the exercise choice. And I another part is just like my grandmother, she's like died with diabetes kind of stuff,
Yeah.
but very in my world is like, I'm very young, but she likes sugar, different kind of stuff, like oh my god, I don't want to die for myself, like what can I do right now for have a good health for this
Wow.
moment. And this just I just started, Simone. It's just super fun because I don't know anything, and you just started, and I remove and remove and remove, and as if the beginning, like I meet myself for say something.
Wow. And correct me if I'm wrong. You said that when you were exercising and doing it from judgment, but then you found like when you were being present and like breathing even was where you got to sort of know more of you and your body. Is that right?
Can you
About
repeat me
breathing.
again, please?
So before, when you were talking and you said something about like when you started to like breathe with your body, you
Hmm.
started to have more like being more present with your body. Is that what you were saying before? Maybe I got it
Yeah.
incorrect.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Breathing.
yes. This is like the one of the part I choose remove the alcohol in my life,
Yeah.
because it's just like a I have different point of view when alcohol and
Mm.
no alcohol. It's just like a, in Latin America we drink all a lot. It's just like a just for fun, or just nothing happen. Drink for doing something or happen
Mm.
something. And yeah, it's just like I don't have a problems for say something. In the beginning, just like many thoughts, different kind of stuff, but now I realize like it's the first time I just enjoy myself
Yeah.
and move all the expectation, because I shame my friend and many stuff like I like this, I want to explore this, and this is my baby step for say something. But today I running like 16 kilometer in this morning, and and
That's awesome.
yeah, but I realized like I'm so happy just hear reggaeton and happy and just and singing and all the road, and just like wow, it's just joy, it's not like
Yeah.
a goal to miles or something or speed. It's just joy, like
Yeah.
no,
So
no.
what would you say to people listening? Because I can perceive that energy of that joy, and like I said, I am I change all the time. Like, and I notice, and it's a very common thing, I think. And people go, you should stick to something. No, it's like, why? I mean, if I look at like even my resume, my job, all the jobs that I did until Access, like I've been working with Access for 25 years. My resume was so like everyone used to say it was so bad, and I was like, why? Because I just did this and I did this and I did this and I did this and I did this, and I was, for me, as you said, I was like exploring so
Yeah.
much. I was like, oh, I know everything here now. Okay, on. Okay, I know everything. I know everything. I know everything. And like I spent years studying martial arts, and for various reasons, I quit because I had a fight with my sensei. But that's a whole other story. But I studied martial arts, and I still like martial arts. Like I will do boxing now. I really like it. But then, like running or walking or skiing, or I actually just started this thing on the weekend. I think it's called moves method, but it's these different things that you do each day. And I'm learning to ask my body and go, okay, so body, do you want to do this? I did it yesterday, and my body was so happy. And it's more about agility, because as I'm in my 50s, I was, as you said, I want to make sure that when I'm 80, 90, 100, I can still move and get out of a chair and do stuff. Like I still want to be able to go for a hike, or that doesn't need to have an end date for me. It's like I'd rather die hiking than than
Yeah.
not hike. I love exploring nature by hiking. It's one of my favorite things to explore in countries where I go. Um, so what was I going to say? What would you say to people? Because I don't want them to go to, oh, I have to do this because this is what you did. What would you say for people to start finding what brings them joy? What tools would you use?
Mm, I mean, I think when I just received the energy right now, it's just like a don't put the numbers more bigger than you. That's sign working for everything. No, not just for exercise, just for money, for distance, for explore. Because if you see something like for say something, I need to make a 30-minute to cardio, you feel like, it's too much, it's boring. What I need to do, like for me, just it's number. You can play with this.
Mm.
Don't put the number more bigger than you. It's just like this is my real tool for everything. I have this relationship and distance relationship. It's just like I don't have point in distance or kilometers or money. I want to choose something, it's just like a, it's numbers. Numbers. And when you play with this, like you can do exercise, running, explore, dancing, doing yoga or whatever, because it's just numbers. Don't It's not like a something heavy. You don't need to fight with the numbers. And then just change my whole reality about the exercise, explore something different. Because with Victor, all the time it's just like a, we can walk like a 50 minute, and never is 50 minutes, like maybe 2 hours. And and for me it's just like oh, just it's a number, the numbers. And when you feel like relaxed with the number, you can explore everything.
Oh, I love you. I adore you. That is brilliant. And I'm going to add to this is a long time ago, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, he always goes, relax, relax, relax. And I was standing in my kitchen one day with a friend of ours, Sarah Watt, and she said to me, what is relaxation for you? And I realized I had no idea. And I was like, I don't know. And I went, so then I have the beach across the road from my house. It's absolutely stunning. You'll have to come here and run on the beach. It's so long. You run, 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 run. You can do your Forrest Gump running. um, and so I went to the beach, and for 3 days in a row, I ran this process. And because I was like, what is relaxation? So I ran this process that is what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, possibilities, power, potency, and profitability can me and my body be that would allow us to be total relaxation
Mm.
with ease, joy, and glory. And everything at that is times a godzillion, right and wrong, good and bad, pock and pod, all 100 shorts, boys, provids, creations, spaces, and beyonds. That's the Access
Ooh.
Consciousness Clearing Statement. You can go to theclearingstatement.com and we'll put it in the show notes too. But the thing is, after 3 days, the first sort of awareness that popped for me was time,
Mm.
and which is like numbers. I went, wow. I was like, if time didn't exist as we have created it, because yeah, the sun comes up, the sun goes down, moon, all that sort of stuff, but that's different. We
Yeah.
create this time, like I've got to work out for 30 minutes. I've got to be here. I've got to do this. I've got to do how many steps, da, da, da. We create this time and this math equation. And I went, wow, if time didn't exist, then judgment would not exist. And I noticed that this like energy of relaxation just poured, not just like for me in my body, but it was throughout everything. It was through, choices with business, with relationships, with everything. When this time and judgment wasn't there, and I was like, wow, what if that is a glimpse of relaxation? So I love what you're saying, because it's true. It's like people always go to, I mean, the world, this reality is like, how many steps did you do? How many kilometers did you run? You know, how many this whole thing, how many times a week do you work out? Like, I love this mobility thing I'm doing. They're saying do it 6 days unless you're doing other things. And I'm like, I will do it as my body says yes and gives me the 2 thumbs up. Like, that's
Yeah.
what I'm following. I'm just so intrigued with some of the movements because it's different to what I've done before. And I'm like, this is cool, you know. Um, so I love that you mentioned that about not making it about the numbers. So it's like life and living beyond the numbers. You mentioned one thing. I want to ask you about this. Money, because money is also about numbers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have a little bit of a been there, done that story. Are you willing to talk about like the money you've had, the money you haven't had, that sort of thing, and the choices you've made and what you're choosing now, and where does joy fit into all of it?
Uh, I mean, I create this life and this body for say something for more ease, for more joy. But I have a very funny history with the money energies all the time, because um it's very fun for say something like for men's or a give or different jobs. um this is the moment like I realized, don't put the numbers more bigger than you, because my life changed, my life start to receive or create more money just when I don't put the numbers. It's just like a, enjoy whatever is that. I don't I from say something like my ex jobs. I was working in Telemundo in United States, and I received like around 20,000. Is 1,000? Yeah. For months, and I work in just 3-4 hours per day. It's just like a crazy stuff. But my journey with the money is just going and down. But for me, it's just, I don't know how can I say that, like, relax and receive. And I
So
don't know.
weren't you also you were married, and your last marriage, it's like he had a fairly sizable amount of money.
Yeah, but it's my ex-boyfriend.
Ex, yes, yes, ex, yes, your
Boyfriend.
ex, yes.
Boyfriend.
Oh,
Not
it was
marriage.
a boyfriend, not marriage. Okay.
No.
So your ex had a reasonable amount of money, but then, I mean, you had pretty much like all the money that you could ever desire, and it's like, but that was not enough for you, correct?
Yeah, yeah, that's a very beautiful part of the my journey, because for this life I have this kind of checkpoint, like a successful lifestyle, like a famous social media, boyfriend, like give whatever you want, like a no limits. I say like I have the universe credit card, because it's never
Right.
like nothing happened.
Mm.
And then when I start access, it's just like okay. I don't want anymore, like I start to, I don't want a Louis Vuitton, or I want to choose a class. It's
Yeah.
just very fun journey in this moment for me, because it's like I have this Louis Vuitton and I feel happy, but it's just like a few moments, and then it's just like or just it's just for social media.
Yeah.
One of these day before, I just thinking about myself, and it's just like wow, I had this life, like a successful life, but this is successful for another person, it's not for me.
Yeah.
And then I'm very scared when I just like finish my last relationship, because it's just all the expectation, all the stuff, all money and save energy, or the right stuff. And then I need to put and share of my life, like you are the pilot, darling. I mean, all the time, but someone to pay everything. It's fun, but in this moment it's just like I just like wow, I create this receive. It's not like
Wow.
just for him. It's just like I create this receive. If I create this receive, I can make this stuff like many times I want. And then it's just very fun, because he's like a good friend to me, and never put like their the energy like oh, I hate you, no more money or something. It's just like I'm super relaxed, because this is the way I receive. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I receive from friends, for clients, or boyfriend, or like a different way. But the moment when I finished my last relationship, I just like very scared. But they say like, I opened this door.
Yeah.
It's not someone, and he told me all the time like, you don't have a scare about zeros. you know,
Yeah.
like, because for me it's just like, I can choose that, and it's like an invitation, like I say the numbers. If you
Yeah.
don't care about numbers, you can create and explore in different ways, and that's amazing, because it's just like mm, it's just joy. and change
I love
everything.
I adore you. I love this theme that you keep bringing back, because I'm writing these notes, because as I do a podcast, I'm like, what are we calling this podcast? And I've written like 6 different things here that I'm
Oh
looking
my
at.
god.
But I love that it's like ticking a box for what most people would go, yes, you've made it, you're successful in this reality. And yet once you've ticked that box, you go, maybe this isn't exactly what I desire, like my body and I desire too. And I love the way that you've chosen throughout your life to choose what this reality says yes, and then play with it and go, okay, I'm not going to judge it. I'm just going to actually let this piece go. I'm going to let this piece go. And I know, like for me, the one thing that keeps coming through, Aelleen, is that you have the awareness that you can open any door to any possibility if you choose.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And it's like, thank you for that. I think that's the energy when I even saw you, running Panama, that I was like, what is that? Because like I said, it wasn't about the running. It was like this energy that I went, that's cool. Because it seemed to be so, like not a fixed point of view about it. Just like, well, like, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like like I enjoy too much my body. Like what can I choose today for more joy? And just like I get up before the alarm, Simon, and someone is just like at 4 in the morning, like okay, it's time. And
Yeah.
just like enjoy everything and move. And it's just like this kind of energy is not able to be before to me. I'm very grateful with the tools because it's the first time like I can really enjoy like exercise, shoes, travels, many stuff. One of these days, Shannon asked me like, Eileen, you are traveling a lot all the time, and da, 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 da. You live in Panama, but I saw you for many parts, and I say, yeah, I just don't put point of view on the numbers or distance. It's just like enjoy. But for me, it's just one of these days, just running for one of these, I think it's Madrid in the airport, just, and I saw my body running in the airport, and I say like, yes, this is what I do my stuff, like I'm prepared for whatever is happened to me. Like, I don't want to lose my flight. I'm running,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna choose that. I'm gonna run in for this, but with all the joy. And yes, it's your body to invite it to enjoy more your life, and you have this energy for everything. It's very different when you choose exercise for joy to exercise for judgment. Because I remember when I start exercise for judgment, I feel tired all the day because
Mm.
I need to prove I'm doing exercise. Like I did exercise in the morning, 2 hours, ta ta ta. And now, Simone, I do exercise today, like a 2 hours running, and this is like a 7:30 p.m. and I don't took any nap and anything. It's just like a very present, just like a different energy because it's from joy,
Mm.
and the joy really has your back when you.
It's so true. It's so true. And it's something that I'm on a journey of exploration with my body with this, and I have been for quite a few years. I'm going to say probably more so the last 10 years,
Mhm.
and noticing when I push or force my body rather than being questioned with it and choose, you know, from the joy of it, because rather than that push and that force. And it's like the other day I was talking to Gary and I went, I just come home from Europe for 3 months and I was tired, and there was a bit of stuff going on in that. And I said something about like doing some. I said, I think my body wants to go outside and go for a walk. And he said, no, your body just wants to go outside.
Mhm.
And I ended up, because I was like, I need to move, but I had the point of view I need to move. My body was like, we're good. And I went outside and I just stood in my backyard for like 15 minutes and just looked at I have like this whole food forest going. So I looked at it in a different way and, contributed I've got 30 pineapples growing in my backyard and seeing where they're at and the banana trees and all of this. And then I came back inside and I lay on the couch and watched Netflix did a whole binge series on something. And just knowing that that's actually what my body required at that moment and not judging it. I think that's really the key piece of like
Yeah.
knowing what's occurring. Like, you know, when we go to Costa Rica, and usually when I'm in South America, I so get my fitness on, but not from this place of like, now I've got to do this. It's like I'm horse riding, I'm walking, I'm running, I'm like, you're swimming, you're outside. It's like that, just the whole energy of being there, especially at El Lugar, is just this. I always come back, and my PT, I've got a personal trainer in Australia. He's like, oh, you've been to South America. Maybe when I come from Europe, I'm like, hello. So it's different, and also, but not judging it, not judging it, not judging it, not judging it. So whatever you're currently choosing, all of you listening to this now, it's like, don't judge what you're choosing. But as Aelleen keeps mentioning, it's like, throw away the stuff that's not working for you. And I get there's a huge level of vulnerability that you need to be with you, and
Hmm.
to honor you and your body, and trust that, and choose from that, like, not from what everybody else around you is choosing, which I think we've all done that, you know, whether it was in our teens or, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. Maybe you're still doing it. It's like, stop choosing from what everybody else is choosing. And I love the verbiage you said when, you know, are you being like this pilot of your own life? Like, I think that's really imperative. And but don't judge it as you look at it. Just start to be in question, maybe take a big breath and be like, okay, what if I just let this one go? What if I let this go? And everything that's got to do with the numbers, I love that you said that, is like, don't make it about numbers, make it about joy, make it about choice, make it about what's ease for you, what makes you happy, you know, what
Yeah.
makes you happy. Simple.
Yeah, I remember when I back to Maestro last year, and in Europe, very easy with the weather, nice running, ta ta ta. And I live in Panama. It's really hot, and I run like about the ocean all the time. And I remember like doing the 24 all the time, like from distance, from expectation, from the weather, because you like you put many point of view for choose something or enjoy something. And if someone want to receive this kind of tip, you can make a pot and poke all the tire energy you're put in your word, like a whatever is that, like a what is tire really,
Mm.
or yeah, like a what is too much really, or what is distance, or what is the perfect weather. It's like just remove this kind of energy, like wow, it's no big deal. And I all the time I was running very early for the weather, but one of these days, like I just finished a session in like for my body, like I need to run. It's 10 a.m. to 33 degrees over here, and say like okay, I'm going. And I run like 8 kilometers, and it's just like my body just it's here, it hit
Yeah.
hard, but it's just like do it, do it.
Yeah.
And like just remove this kind of um limit like you put in yourself, because you can choose whatever, maybe a marathon, or just walk, or explore something, or money, or class, or make a beautiful friendship or relationship, whatever. But for me, just like a move the all the expectation or the definition you had in your world, like a maybe put in your in the paper, like what is the real my expectation about myself. And you like wow, is mine or I receive for someone. And just this beautiful conversation in my head that like wow, I really enjoy with me, and this is not too much, and the weather is too much, and the this is not too much, and what I can choose right now.
I love that. Having no expectations of what you're choosing. There's a calmness, which is the way you talk about it, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you so much. So I'm so grateful that we finally got to do this, and I think there's a lot of, again, I think it's the same energy that I noticed in your Instagram post, that it's like has come through here too. So my, like, what if you're listening to this, it's like, what can you be inspired to choose for you and choose for your body and choose it from that relaxation and the calmness and, the joy and whatever makes you happy. It's like this is your life,
Yeah.
let's
This
enjoy
is
it.
your life.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is your life.
yes, and one day it's just like I need to sleep like 12 hours, and I just
Well,
the
sleep.
most
Don't
happy
judge
girl
it.
doing that. Yeah,
Yeah,
Victor all the time like make me a comment. It's like um always I say like I need to do my favorite thing, and he say like what is that, babe? Like nothing, doing nothing, and just laying in the bed like see something in social media and just relax,
yeah,
and they change all my energy. Like what is like joy for you? Like give you 5 minutes and find your your limit and move that and
yeah.
create something bigger than you and the expectation. And maybe it's just like doing nothing a little bit, and then you can choose something again and choose something and live your life like a dream life, because you're here, you can choose like your dream life. And this is
I love it. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much for being here, Aelleen. And am I going to see you at El Lugar? Are you coming to Costa Rica?
I'm going to a lugar for 6 days class, I think.
Yay! Yay! Awesome.
Gonna
So
see you there.
I will see you in October. Is there anything else that you would like to say to the listeners here?
I mean, just live your life with ease, joy, and glory, and all the way. That's it. Don't run. It's no competition. It's your life, and enjoy, please. Enjoy.
And if there's something that you would like to choose, because this podcast is called Choice, Change, and Action, is there something that you are looking to choose, change, take action on that you haven't yet done? Like, is there something, what's your future?
I mean, my future is something. It's I'm very feel grown because I have this, like a big screen that I don't want to put anything, something right, like to
Yeah.
limit myself. It's just
Refinement. Yeah.
like a, what else is possible all the time, but continue to create like the for my every single day. Like when I go to sleep, I really enjoy my life, like this day, like my day, and just like create the life like I like it a lot.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. There's so much simplicity and so much depth to that. So I love it. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end the recording and say thank you so much, Aelleen, for being here. We're going to have all the details of how you can contact her, Aelleen, in the show notes. But just if someone's just listening, where can people find you?
I mean, you can find me very easy. Just underline Aelleen in Instagram or aeleendelvalle.com. And that's it. Just, yeah, very
Um,
easy. You can find me everywhere.
okay, and we will have those. We'll have those details in the show notes as well. And guys, don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends, all of that and more. And thank you so much for being here, Aelleen. Stay in the studio, but I'm going to end the recording. Thank you. Mwah.